Snumsa here at Ngosi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, led from within. So I'm on my own today, and it's Friday, guys. Please pray for Kero Ann. She is still in a hospital, and hopefully next week maybe we might hear good news. I'm just hoping, taking each day as it comes. So let's get into today's topic. So today's topic is the debate, the great debate. Should couples split bills 50-50? Her answer may surprise you. So what do you guys think? I would love to hear you guys commenting about this 50-50, and it's so nice to actually, if I can have some people commenting. I get the audience that watch the show, but you guys don't really comment, so it would be nice if I actually hear your opinion, what you guys think. Do you think couples should split the bills? So welcome to Ngosi Talk Shows. So in this thought-provoking video title, the great debate, should couples split bills 50-50? And I'm just going to get into the topic and constructing the opinions and just looking whether is it fair and practically for couples to divide their expenses equally, or is there any more equitable way to handle financial responsibility? So brace yourself for an eye-opening discussion that may challenge your preconceived notion. And guys, just get involved to the topic, because I'm sure there is someone else, other people who love to hear your opinion in this debate, and it would be nice to hear different people's opinion about this topic. For me, my opinion, actually, I can argue against the idea. I argue against the idea of splitting the bills 50-50, because I don't think that you can actually split the bills 50-50. To me, I don't think so. Because like myself, when it comes to my salary, when it comes to my children's father's salary, we actually let's go to our roles. What does a man's role in a relationship? First, before we can come up with any opinion to say, yes, a man should split the bill, or a man should provide for his family, or a woman should argue with men to split the bills 50-50. So let's go to the man. A man in a relationship is a provider. A man provides for his family. He looks after his family. He takes responsibilities. Listen to this. A woman, she's a provider. She looks after her family. She takes responsibilities. That is in the Bible. It does not say split the bills 50-50. So if a man is a provider, a woman is a provider, what does that even mean? It means a man provides for her family, a woman provides for her family. Then, as individual couples, based on their finances, if a man has to go to work, some people have children, some people don't have children. So if a man has children or a woman has children, these two people then will have to look at their salary, who returns to work. If a man's salary is more than a woman, obviously a man will remain at work. But if a woman earns more money, a woman will remain at work, and then the man will take care of the children. Or sometimes the couples can come to an agreement. Some couples, they come to an agreement where they say they both want to remain at work, but then it's either they hire an au pair, or they hire a childminder to mind their children. Or some men or some couples, they just say, okay, I'm not having somebody else looking after my children, so I'm going to take some time off work, or sometimes and then develop myself and look after my own children. So this is what the Bible says. It says a man is a provider, a woman is a provider. So it does not mention that you have to tell your wife that you pay those bills, I pay those bills. But I think for me, the way I see the idea, to make a man feel valued, to make a woman feel valued. If the couples are at work, they're both working, have one account, maybe where you guys can put the money, calculate the bills. Like myself, I calculate the bills, how much my children's school fees is per month, how much my house do I have to pay the house bills, how much my business bills are separate, how much do we have to pay the things that go out. So we look at that. And when it comes to other things, like maybe going out and doing all those things, there's an account there that all the bills come out. I don't say to my spouse, you have to, we don't talk about 50-50, but we all know how much. Before we can do something, we have to sit down and actually check if we can afford the bills or we don't. So I'm not sure about the business of somebody saying pay 50-50. Does it really work? Because to me, I don't see the 50-50 work. So if anyone it has their own opinion, feel free to actually type. And then a woman's role, like a man's role, a man is a leader, and a woman, she's a mentor. So if the Bible says a man is a leader, a woman, she's a mentor. So this 50-50 doesn't work. It doesn't. Because what happens is a man will design the vision of the life that he wants for his children and his wife or his spouse, whatever you call it. And then when he designs that, a woman has her own vision as well. So this vision has to link with the man that is a leader of the house. So if we say, okay, the bills are going to be 50-50 now, say to the woman and the man, we have to pay the bills 50-50. That means we're taking away the role of a man and the role of a woman. So a man is a leader in the house, in a relationship. A woman is a mentor. So the woman is a mentor now. A man has a vision. He has designed the life. He has designed, this is how we're going to live and everything. So the woman checks everything. And then they both come to an agreement. So the woman has to mentor her man for his vision to come to pass. So now she's mentored her man in that. That's how it's supposed to be, by the way, but that's how it works in a relationship. People, they don't do that anyway. A woman is the boss, a man is the boss. So, but when it comes to a well-cultured men, they still want to be leaders in a relationship. When it comes to well-cultured women, they still want to mentor their men to become who they want to become. So this business of 50-50, it means it's not going to work, because this one has a vision for his family, and this one mentors that vision to come to pass. So that means these people are team. There's no you pay 50-50, I pay 50-50. They are team. So it means a man having that vision for his family, being a leader, the woman being a mentor, it means the mindset they have together is a team mindset. It means their finances, in order for that team to work, it means they have to have one account where the bills comes out as a team. That means somebody will put the money there, come up with an agreement that, okay, this is how much we both earn, and this. So the man has his own independent as well to take his family out so that he can take his credit out and pay. That's what men likes to do, by the way. And unless if there is an agreement, or maybe if they have a one account where if a woman takes a card out, and men have really well-cultured men, they have pride where they want to be the ones that look after their family. Even if there's one account, they still want to carry that card and be the one that actually they lead. So that's how relationship in the Bible, that's what God is saying. A man is a leader, a woman, she's a mentor. She mentors her man's vision to come to reality. And this woman has her own vision. So that means even if I'm educated, really have a good job, or even if having skills, you don't need to go to university. If a man is smart or a woman is smart, they have these jobs where they earn good money. It means it's a team. Couples come to an agreement where you have this account, one account together where the bills come out. No, you pay 50-50. Okay, I'm gonna calculate it. Now the children are doing this, the children are doing this. Obviously, you come to an agreement before you make a decision about the activities, school education. It has to be something that you both can afford. And then you have to come to an agreement. Sometimes men, they just want to take responsibilities and they don't want to hear about this 50-50. There are some men who have their own businesses. They just want to look after their family. They don't want to hear about the 50-50. They will tell a woman that make sure you do other things. So they want to take good care of their family. Should we take that? You guys just comment. Should we take that away from these well-cultured men who wants to look after their family? Should we take that away? No matter how independent, I'm an independent woman myself. No matter how independent I feel, how much educated I feel, but I will never take somebody else's dignity leadership. A man is a leader in a relationship. I will never take somebody else's leadership role as a man in a relationship just because I'm independent. So I always have to make sure that a man feels like a man. I'm a mentor. I'm a woman who is a mentor. So I always make sure that he is a man. He feels like a man. I don't take it away, that because when you take away somebody's role, remember these roles, they exist and they are real. That's why most relationships nowadays, they don't last, because a man does not feel like a man anymore. Or even when making a decision, a woman does not feel like a woman anymore. So a woman has to understand her role in a relationship. So we say a man is a mentor, a woman is a man is a leader, a man is a mentor. Now a man is a teacher. A man is a teacher. The woman, she's an inventor. When we say he's a teacher, he teaches his children. If a man has his children, the values, family beliefs, how his children, he wants them to grow up and become, he helps that. A woman, she's an inventor. She gives birth to life. She gives life. So that's a woman's role. When a woman gives life, now the decision has to be made. Do you go back to work or do you stay at home? Is it bad for a woman to give up her work to look after the children? If a woman stays at home, her role doesn't change. She's still a provider. So where does this 50-50, does it work? To me, I don't see it working. For those, that's why so many marriages, they break up, because people, is everything we do in life is psychology. So now the woman is given birth to this life, and they've both invented this beautiful life. Now the woman can no longer go back to work. Now she stays at home. She still provides, even though she stays at home, she's still a provider, because she has to manage a home. She has to make sure that the house is clean. She has to make sure her husband's clothes are clean. She has to make sure that the children are fed. Children are taken to the activities. There's so much that she's still doing. She's still a provider. But if you ask women who are housewives, they don't value themselves, because they think to be valued, you got to have a career. They don't value themselves. They've left work now, they're looking after the children. It means they're no longer valued, but they are a provider. They are still providing for their family. So this 50-50 doesn't really work. It doesn't, because now sometimes if some families, one man is at work and the other woman is at home looking after the kids. It's easy. Yeah, if we have money, we can pay somebody else to look after our children. Is very, very easy. But I find that children that spend time with their families, with their parents, they benefit more than the children who actually stay at school or going after school club. Like, let's say you get up in the morning, you drop your school or after school club, your children after school club, and you don't see them the whole day, Monday to Friday. They only see them in the morning, they wake up, and then in the evening you pick them up from school, they see you for that time, and then it's bedtime. So if there is one parent at home, it makes a big difference. But if both parents are now doing that, it makes a big difference to a child's upbringing as well, because they're missing out. I have my children myself. I made sure that when they go to school, I'm there, I pick them up, I drop them off from school. And it's not an easy thing to do, but I chose my children than money. And then I decided to start my business. So those are the things that are helping me. Even though the parents, they stay at home, they're still providing. So you can see that this 50-50, that there are some people that their husband, I've had people going on dates, and they tell me that when I go on date, a man wants me to pay for my date 50-50. And then he will ask you for the waitress how much the bill is, and ask for the lady, would you mind to pay 50-50? So if you guys are watching this video, maybe now or later, let me know, ladies, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about a man asking you 50-50? For me, it's either I pay the bill for the date and you don't pay. If it becomes where we have to pay 50-50, then I don't think you are the right guy for me. It's either you pay the full bill or I pay the full bill. When we go out, if I'm in a relationship with you, it's either you take the bill or I take the bill. 50-50 to me, I just find it's just confusing my head, because I'm a provider. You are a provider. So if we go out, we have a meal today, I take my card out, I pay, or you take your card out, you pay, not to say, okay, we live together, you're gonna want me to go for a meal, and I'm gonna have to pay half of the meal, and you're gonna have to pay half of the meal. What does that even mean? So to me, it doesn't make sense. But for some couples, of course, I'm not saying it's wrong. For some couples, it makes sense. But if you're watching this talk show maybe later, or you're watching now, I love to hear people's opinion. Why is it, why do people say 50-50 is best? So I love to hear that. Because it's nicer to hear people's opinion. To me, to be honest with you, I know in my life I commit 1000% in that relationship. And the other person, if they are committed 1000% in that relationship. So there is no point in me saying 50-50, or in the account, if a man has more money, if a man says, okay, I'm going to just pay my bills and see if my children are looked after, why me having to argue with that person and say, just open the account? Or some things that people do as well, like if they are in a relationship, if a man decide to pay all the 50-50 the bills, and the woman, if she was working, she'll put the man aside, then they go on holidays, enjoy nice holidays. That's what they do. Some people, that's how, okay, you don't want me to pay the bills, but I'm gonna put the money away, and then we go on treat ourselves maybe 3 times a year, or 4 times a year, or 2 times a year, depend with the way we go. So that's what some people do, because many have pride, and to me as well, I understand that when I was growing up, I saw it with my dad and my stepdad as well. These are the separate men that did not live together. If I go to my dad pays the bills, everything. And then I go to my mom. My mom, she's a fashion designer. My stepdad was a very wealthy man. And whatever we needed, we were not allowed to tell my mom. The deal was, whatever you need, my stepdad will pay all the bills, and he will then, if we want something, we don't tell my mom, we would tell my stepdad. If we tell my mom, he will be like, you're my children, so I need to make sure that you're all fed, you all have everything that you need. But it doesn't mean that my mom did not earn any money. She did earn money, but she put the money away for things, and for other things, so they can combine it together as husband and wife. But when it comes to all these things, my parents, when it comes to things like children, my dad, he will be like, I'm a man in the house. So there's the attitude that he had, that I'm a man, so I support my own children. My stepdad, I go to him, he had the same attitude. I'm a man, I support my own children. So can you imagine this generation now, where we are all educated, we have everything, and then just taking that man is, I'm not saying there are some people who are selfish, who expect somebody to do everything for them, but for me, what I'm saying is we have to understand the role of a man and the role of a woman. And if we were to take away from that man's dignity, if he wants to be the leader, and even in the Bible it says he is the leader of the house, and then we want to take that away because we feel that we are educated, then it's not going to work. And then a man is a cultivator, a woman, she's a developer. So a man cultivates things, a man is an architect. So if you actually listen to all these things, he is a leader, he is a provider, he is a teacher, he is a cultivator, he is an architect. An architect, it means I have a vision for my own family. A man has to have a vision. Imagine this man who has a vision and then he gets married to a woman who wants to take control of the household. So if sometimes it's a choice, if a man chooses to say, okay, you can control my vision, you can control my vision, that's fine. But it's so fine, it's very stressful when somebody take over your life. So if a man is an architect, the reason why we say a man is an architect, a man has a vision. He has a vision of what kind of a city he wants to raise his children. He has a vision of what kind of a house he would like to build. That's why we call him an architect. He would like to build for his children. The area, how it should look like. And then he will pitch his vision to his wife. He has a vision of what kind of a home he should build for his wife or he should buy for his wife. So he tells his wife, and his wife now, because she is a mentor, she has to, she's a developer. A woman is a developer. So as a woman, a developer, she has to, when the man brings the idea, the woman, she also has ideas as well. What kind of a kitchen she would like to have in that home? What kind she designs, and then the woman would then add her designs in that home. So you see, it's not 50-50, it's a team. 50-50, but now it's not becoming a 50-50, it's a team. So if a man, if a woman is a programmer and this one is an architect, so she brings everything. The woman then has to, they work together. The woman will add into his vision. She'll add her vision into his vision. And then both visions now, they are linked to one. That is team. And then when they're linked to one, then that dream comes to reality. They're both living in the home. He designed, she designed. The dreams are aligned together, their values, their beliefs. So if a man says, okay, 50-50, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. What if one of them cannot afford this 50-50? So that means the relationship is not going to work. If a relationship is not going to work, that's when the problems will arise. The relationship, people will start having disagreement because the other person wants a 50-50 and the 50-50 doesn't work. With the children and everything, it doesn't work. So to me, I just see a relationship as an individual. It has to be designed based on the people's values, based on the people's situation, based on the couple's situation. What is their situation? Some couples don't want to have children, which is fair enough, and they are allowed. That means they don't have responsibilities. Their responsibilities is just each other to enjoy life. And then you say that is an individual couple. And then other couples, they have children. The couples are different. They are not the same. They have children. So meaning their life is going to be designed based on what they have and what they desire and based on their vision. Every couple is different. So if some 50-50 work to other couples beautifully, but some doesn't work. So then now the life of these couples is designed how based on their vision, based on their want. So those are the things that sometimes this 50-50, to me, it doesn't work. And then you have a man is designed to bring best in everything. So a man is designed to bring the best out of his woman. So that a woman, she's a programmer, she gives life, she desires, she brings order to the family. So that is a woman's role. So if these people, the man is designed to bring order everything, honey, I need 50-50 with the bills. So do you think that is going to work? Because this man is designed to bring best out of his woman. It means he is going to mentor his woman to become more intelligent, more of what she is. If we follow the Bible, it means women are really, really smart and clever. They could become anything in this world as long as they're married to a good man. So that means, does it mean that this 50-50 is going to work? To me, it doesn't. Because if a man is designed to bring best out of his woman, that means it's a team. It's still a team. It means everything they do it as a team. It has to be there have to be good communications. There have to be an agreement. There have to be, because if I agree, if we have this 50-50 agreement and that 50-50 doesn't work, so how am I going to bring, if I'm a man, how am I going to bring the best? So it means I'm going to push my woman to even not to stay at home and work more shifts. If she's working like 9 till 5, to actually catch me up. Because normally men, they're the ones who earn big money if they both have 1 to 5. And normally women, they earn big money as well if they work 9 to 5 as well. So it depends with the situation. So to me, I just see it as if a man goes into a relationship as a leader, if a woman goes into a relationship as a mentor, both understand their role and come to an agreement of this is how we're going to live our lives based on our situation, our values, our beliefs, and design the relationship based on what suits you best. Not to say you are going to pay 50-50, 50-50. To me, it works if it works to other people, but to me, like in my relationship, it wouldn't work. If somebody was to say, I need you to pay 50-50 the bills, for me, what I do is I look at what comes out in my account. I have an accountant that deals with my finances. How much am I paying the bills? I have to make sure that the bills are paid. The children school fees is paid. The children do activities. How much activities do we have to? The kids, how much activities do they do? Then we come based on my salary, based on his salary, if we can afford it together as a team. I am a mentor. He is a provider. I'm a provider. I provide for my family. But if I don't have to work, I have to look after the kids. I shouldn't have to feel ashamed. I shouldn't have to feel that I'm no longer providing for my family, because we live in this society where there is so much pressure in everything. So we have to understand our roles. What was our role? In a relationship, and we still need well-cultured men out there who can bring the culture to our children, who can raise our children more culturally. No, you go out with a man and then you argue, pay for my date, pay half. To me, if a man likes a woman, That's why I always say to my clients, you want to go on a date, you like a woman, why would you ask a woman to pay half? To me, the first time, a man has to be a man to say, I'm a provider, honey, I can provide for you. And then the next time, the woman has to say, okay, honey, my king, you said you are a provider last time. I am the provider as well. No competition, not trying to prove a point, but just balancing the whole thing to say, okay, we are a team. If you are going to date me, we are a team. The team, it means we look at what we earn. We spend money based on our affordability, not based on you're gonna pay 50-50. If a man is earning more money and they feel that they want to pay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. If you ask my children who is the provider of the house, they'll tell you it's daddy. That's what they think. So yeah, I never ever take a man's role away from them. I know that even though, like yesterday, I was explaining to my video live yesterday that although I am the CEO of my company, but at home, I'm not the CEO. At home, I'm a mother, I'm a spouse, I don't control nobody, I just want to chill out. And that is my mindset, where I just want to leave a room, a leader, be a leader. If there's anything we need to do, it has to be communicated as a team. Not to say, you know what, I am educated, I have a business, I'm a businesswoman, and I'm not gonna let a man control my life or do it's no control. If we go out for a meal, the waitress comes in, we have to take the bill. The man takes out the bill, it has to be an agreement. There has to be an account where the money is, where he can take his, he can be a man. And me, I can be a woman. When I'm with my children, I take the card out. So all those things, but some people, they do things differently. They have an agreement already, so it doesn't matter who takes the card out. But I'm not sure if couples demand 50-50, does it work? I've watched different videos on YouTube. Some women, it pisses them off. They feel that they're not valued anymore. Because when a man used to take you out on dates, I like a king to be a king. I like a queen to be a queen. So when a man takes his woman, some women, let's say before we got married, he used to take me out on dates. He used to do this, we used to do this. But now we are married, he's demanding 50-50, that you pay your own way, I pay my own way. But that sounds really messy, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It sounds really, really messy. Growing up as a child, I watched my stepdad paying the bills. I watched my dad paying the bills. And I asked him, I said, why do you provide? Why are you married to my mom anyway? I asked him, I said, what made you marry my mom? He said, no, sir, I married your mom because she's an independent woman. She's an independent woman. She respects me. She still lets me be a man. If she wasn't independent, I would not have married her. So even though men, they still provide for you as a woman, they still want you to be independent. They still want you to do your own things. But some women, they feel that because of this we have equality society. So You know what? I'm gonna wear trouser. You're gonna wear trouser. You cannot tell me what to do. In relationship, you're not meant to tell everybody what to do. Anyway, by the way, a man shouldn't tell a woman what to do. A woman should not tell a man what to do. Everybody makes their own decisions. It should be a teamwork. That's how I see it myself, that it should be a team. It should be, couples should communicate and come to an agreement. And when couples communicate and come to an agreement, that's when the team, the relationship is built and the foundation of a relationship. So if anyone is watching, guys, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this 50-50 thing of people saying you should split the bills, and it's not as straightforward as it seems, because to me, if everything has to be 50-50, circumstances are different, personal values, and most is importantly the strength of love and trust that bind the two people together. So when that strength of love is being tested, really tested, when that life is being tested, and somebody says, okay, we're gonna go 50-50 with everything we do, to me, to make things really easy, if a man is earning 100 grand a year, and maybe let's say the woman is earning 1 million a year, how do you split this 50-50? A man is earning maybe 2 million a year. The woman, maybe she's earning 500,000 a year. So how do you split this 50-50? To me, go open an account, couples account, joint account. And when you open the joint account, put money for the bills there. You keep your money, the rest of your money, but you put the bills, make sure there's extra for everybody to enjoy, for family to enjoy if they need extra. But the money shouldn't mix. I know some couples, they say, okay, when somebody gets paid, that one gets paid. I need to know that part does not interfere. If we know how much bills we are paying, have a joint account, calculate how much bills needs to be paid, or if the money you need to put another extra money there, make sure there's extra money available for emergencies or just simple things. That's how I see it. But if we start saying, okay, let's do 50-50, life is we meant to enjoy life, then that means we no longer enjoying life. And the best way for us, like if you are in a relationship with somebody, building, mostly if you're building a life together, have a joint account where things will come out. Everybody knows what comes out. And knowing, calculate the bills, and sit down and check how much bills you have to pay. Or even a man has to pay the bills, or you both pay the bills. You sit down and calculate how much bills it needs to come out, and go and open an account, one account where the bills, direct debit will come out. So that this 50-50 is not really giving people, it's very simple, keeping your life very simple and common sense as well, to say, okay, we have the bills that has to be paid, but how much are we earning? Can we afford these bills? Can we afford the children's activities? Can we afford these holidays? Maybe have one account to save money to go away on holiday, so that when you go on holiday, you buy your ticket. And when you buy your ticket, the spending money is just there. You already have that spending money, and just enjoy it, instead of saying, honey, remember that 50-50. I bring my card out, you bring your card out. It looks very silly. It's, yeah, how it looks is very, it looks silly, but it works to other people, but to some people it doesn't work. I listened to this story on YouTube. So this man, what does this person say? Let me read it if it's going to allow me. I'm not sure if it's going to allow me. Are you going to allow me? Yes. So this person says, what does it say? It says, she says, before they got married, her husband used to take her out for meals. She will spoil her, do everything when they're out. And she says that she used to enjoy that life. She thinks it was so romantic, it was so beautiful. But now they are married, they're together, and now the husband wants her to, when they go out, they have to pay 50-50 when they go out on dates or whatever they do. So she says it's no longer funny anymore. If they were a team, maybe they have this one account where they'll just go out and spoil themselves. They know that they are both responsible for spoiling themselves, or sometimes even their husband surprises her. She says it will be funny, but now it's no longer funny anymore, because when they go out on dates, the husband demands that they pay 50-50, and it's not really romantic anymore. She doesn't find that is very attractive anymore, and that is affecting their relationship. So I love to hear you guys what you think about all this 50-50, 50-50. I love to hear it, because to me, I look at a role like this man is this woman, the woman it should be, a man it should be. And I look at it, and I look at our older generation, where they have worked as a team. Their marriages lasted a very, very long time, where men and women, they would discuss things. And when they discuss things, they have this account that they share, or they invest money. They have all these things where they have a life that they're building together. The relationship lasts for a very long time. But we have this relationship where now we are in a fast-paced world, where it's not really about caring about each other. It's just a partner. It's just a partner. It's just that we're living together. I'm just looking after me, you look after yourself. It's no longer a relationship. Romantic relationship, it has to be a team. It should be a partnership where you look at things like the bills, how much bills comes out, electricity, everything, mortgage, everything. So, and then you look at your salary, both the two of you, can you both afford it? And once you agree that, yes, we can afford it, put the money on the side together as a team, and just enjoy that ride as a team. But if we say, okay, this is what is happening, you pay 50-50, I pay 50-50. And also, we're not meant to actually, I know there are some people who wants to know how much, like myself, as long as the bills are paid, I don't want the money to give me I don't want to hold on to their card. I don't want to know how much they have left. I don't want to know all that. The only time where I want to know if they have any money is to make sure that they have money that they can spend after paying the bills. Maybe that way, but it makes sense that way. But if we say, okay, we are in a relationship, and I need you to pay half. Okay, let's just calculate. Let's say how much is the electricity? Let's say £200. You pay £100. I pay £100. That's too much hassle already. Okay, how much is the council tax? You pay is £180 or £300 or £400 a month. You pay £200. I pay £200. Okay, how much is the mortgage? 10 grand. 5 grand. You pay 5 grand. I pay 5 grand. I'm already exhausted, guys. I don't have that time. How much is water? Maybe £400. £200. You pay £200. I pay £200. The kids now. How much is the school fees? 7,000. You pay 3,500. I pay 3,500. If we have 4 kids, calculate that, divide by 2. I'm already exhausted. Okay, what else do we need to pay? Going out, how much do we spend a month going out? Maybe let's say £500. You pay 250, I pay 250. I'm already tired, I want to go to sleep. How much, what else do we need to pay? Clothing. How much do we pay? You pay maybe clothing for the children. You pay £200, I pay £200. I'm already exhausted, guys. Really, really exhausted. I have 50-50. Give me 50-50. I'm already exhausted. But for me to keep it really, really simple is just to do what I've just done. How much do I pay for the bills? How much does my spouse earn? How much do I earn? Okay, so let's say if our bills, if we both earn, let's say how much a month? If we both earn, let's say maybe 10,000 a month each, and our bills are, let's say we have 20 grand between us. The bills maybe they are maybe we say maybe the bills are maybe 12,000. Why not just put that 12,000 into that account? Have just one account where we put 12,000, knowing that the bills are going to be paid. Then the rest we put the money. You have your money, I have my money. We just enjoy life, because it's just exhausting. Have a someone who manages finances, and they can manage your finances. If you cannot afford somebody who manages your finances, you can manage your own finances, and just to make sure that the bills come out and everything. Because if we say you're gonna pay 50-50, the children, they do activities, we're gonna do everything 50-50. It means, honey, you got to leave work and take children to their activities. So some things works, but some things they don't. Is just depending. It depends with for me, I say it depends with the individuals. And also it depends with the family values. When we talk about family values, we talk about men. That's why men nowadays, they don't bother. Some men, they don't want to bother getting married. They don't want to bother approaching women because they feel that this generation does not want to look after. They have everything, so they don't need a man. So they have everything. A man's role, if we go back to a man's role, a man being a leader, if a man is a king of the house and the woman, she is the queen of the house, it means a man, a well-cultured man, wants to look after his family. I'm not talking about finances. It means a man wants to be a leader in a relationship. A man wants to be a provider. It means a woman is a provider. When it comes to the Bible, if you open the Bible, a man is a provider, a woman is a provider. It means you're both the team, you work as a team, not working as you are going to pay 50-50 and I'm going to pay 50-50. And sometimes it doesn't work because where people have to go to work, or people if they have kids, mostly people who don't have kids, their life is very easy, is different. So we just have to, it depends with the couples, it depends with the agreement that they have in that relationship. And it depends with so many things. And some people, they have family values. Like myself, I have my family values. My family values how I was raised, and coming to United Kingdom and just evaluating things and working as a matchmaker as well. People are different, but a well-cultured man opened doors to his woman. I'm a leader. I'm going to love you. I'm going to show you that I'm a man. I'll open doors for you. I'll shut doors for you. I hold my hand as my woman. I'm a leader. And when they go out, they want to feel like a man. Oh yeah, she's my woman. She's my everything. So that's what a man wants to feel. So for me, even if I'm earning more money, I don't have to say we have to pay 50-50. The money is available for everybody because we are family. I just have to sign a prenup to make sure that when we divorce, he doesn't take all my money. Because if I worked very hard, guys, work really hard, or even him, he can sign a prenup as well to make sure that when the marriage doesn't work, I don't take all his money, because we have the entitlement. Everybody's entitled of something. And this entitlement is annoying me, because couples get married. And when they get married for love. When they divorce, is all about entitlement. What am I entitled for? And they start fighting. Before you know it, they both haven't got money by the time they finish fighting. The lawyer has got the money. So the lawyer has got the money, all the money. Can you imagine they pay for legal things, taking each other to court, and then in the end, the lawyer has everything, they have nothing. So sometimes it's very simple to, if you have money, sign a prenup. Or if you don't have money, you don't want to sign a prenup, when a relationship ends, to remember your values, what brought you in that relationship in the first place. Because God is an amazing God. He's a man who works who does the impossibilities. Where they say is impossible, he will do the possible. Everything with God, everything is possible. So for me, if I enter a relationship, I'm all about a relationship. If a relationship ends, I don't want to hear about the entitlement. What am I entitled for? If I'm married to somebody, my children are entitled. He, as a father, he has to provide for his children. He has to make sure that the children, because I did not produce those children on my own. Hope. Sorry, guys, I need to open the door. Oh yeah, sorry, guys. I had to open the door in delivery. So this entitlement, and so where was I? So this entitlement of everything, that we think we are entitled of something. In this world, we live in this world where people will tell you that I'm entitled in my marriage, I'm entitled for this. I'm entitled for this, I'm entitled for this. To me, if I have my children, the father has to make sure that if a relationship ends, they have to make sure that they look after the kids. If I have to take them to court, it means they need to support their children, because I not the only one that produced those children. It was two people tangling together, having fun, producing the kids. That one I understand. But when it comes to entitlement, where we use marriage as an entitlement, I'm not sure. I think nowadays it's all about business. We use marriage for business. So that's how I see things. And at the end of the day, if you watch the celebrities, they go to court. And when they go to court, by the time they finish the court case, the legal bills, they are bigger than what they have to give it to each other. You might as well make a decision before you go to court that, okay, let's not go to court. This is what I'm going to give you. To me, that makes sense. Than it wait and just say, take me to court so then I can listen to the judge and then sign whatever you want me to sign, you want me to give you. But at the end of the day, the lawyer is not going to be free. It has to be paid. So at that moment, then the lawyer ends up with a big bill for them, the couples, and the couples end up with nothing. So that I'm just saying. So sometimes the 50-50 works, sometimes it doesn't work. So we just have to look at those things. When you enter a relationship, if you have money to protect, sign up a prenup, because nowadays you cannot take somebody, just say, oh, they love me. They're going to understand. People do enter relationship for right reasons, some for the wrong reasons. So if you are that person who has got the money, protect your money is fine. To ask somebody to sign a prenup so that when the relationship ends, there is no argument for it. Like myself, if I was married, if somebody a relationship doesn't work, I wouldn't take the other person to court, because I have to be independent to make my own money anyway. I wouldn't depend on that person. So all these things, it works. I've seen so many things how the relationship, like sometimes when the relationship ends, people, they take each other to court. It becomes a mess, and at the end of the day, the health gets affected, or simply people are in a relationship hurting each other to say, you pay that 50-50, you pay that, you do this, instead of just making things very simple based on there's no right or wrong system, but create a system that works for the two of you. And that system has not have to bring the strain. Both of you make sure that you both agree in one thing. Because if the other person, if there's a strain, then the other person, they feel not happy, then the relationship is not going to work. So that's all I can advise I can give you, that every relationship is different. Design a relationship based on your values, you guys, and based on the two of you, the circumstances, not the other person, or not what I've seen on YouTube. No, we have to speak based on the reality. If the 50-50 works for you, But I think the 50-50, it might work for people who don't have kids, who don't have responsibilities, because they don't have to go and pick up the kids. They don't have to do, they are just looking after themselves, each other. Maybe that way might work. Or it might, some people, they make things work for them. So design your own relationship based on what works for you and what doesn't. For me, I would not want to go out and somebody tells me to pay 50-50. It's a nightmare. It's simple. If you go out, you have a card, get your card out and pay the bill. If I go out, I have my card, get my card out, we pay the bill and we go home. Everybody's happy. Not to say, okay, you take your card out, honey. I'm going to take my card out. And when we're going to give 2 different cards to the waitress and he's going to charge us, and then we're going to go home. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's too much hassle. It takes time to say, okay, can you split the bill to the waitress and blah, blah, blah. It takes time. I like to keep things very easy, very simple. If I can't afford a meal, I'm not going out for dinner. If we go out for dinner, means he can afford, I can afford, then we're going out for dinner. It's simple and it's straightforward. So if I can't afford it, but he can afford it, he wants to take me out. It's simple and straightforward. He takes me out. We go out and enjoy. That's simple. So I love to hear you, your own opinion, guys, what you think. And it's nice to hear somebody else. If what I've just shared resonates with your experiences, please share your thoughts. Leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, anywhere, and also subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And we have a group on Facebook. You can join the group on Facebook. We've got 2 groups, Gossip Talk Shows group and Unique Billionaire Mindsets group. So you can join that group, or you can leave a comment on LinkedIn and just let me know, guys, your thoughts. To me, I like things very, very simple. I don't like to complicate things, because at the end of the day, when you enter a relationship is it's a blessing, and we have to design it as a blessing. No, we design it as what I can get out of it. So we design the relationship as a blessing, so it can keep giving us blessings, more blessings. We keep growing in that relationship, but it has to be based on what works for us. To me, 50-50 wouldn't work, but it might work to somebody else. And mostly, guys, if you can afford, if any man out there, they're listening, and you know you've been hurt before, and you meet a woman, do not demand the 50-50 for the first date. Honestly, if you demand the 50-50 on your first date and you like the woman, and if you know the girl likes you, please do not demand the 50-50, because it puts, it's the memory they will remember on their wedding day, that he demanded 50-50 on our first date. So if you meet a girl, you like the girl, you already know she's into you, and she wants to get to know more of you, she's amazing, and you really want her to get to know her, just take one bill for one day. Just one day. You don't have to go to an expensive restaurant. You can go to nice, affordable restaurant and just take it out for that day. Make her feel special. It's just for one day. Make her day memorable. Just imagine she's walking in barefoot, it's raining, and she looks like an angel. That's how it should be. Don't demand to say let's pay 50. You can do that later. But that day, make her day amazing, make it special, make her feel like a queen. And when you look at her in her eyes, or when you tell the story to the children one day, just make it look so beautiful that, you know what, the day I took your mom out for dinner, the day I just looked at her when we were having pudding, I knew she was the one. Not for her to tell the children that he actually demanded me to pay for my dinner. That's not right. Just make that one day. If you know that, I'm not talking about the girls that you guys meet on dating app and you don't know their agenda. I'm not talking about that. There are some girls that men meet somewhere, maybe face to face, and you just know that this girl, she's the one, or you just know that the woman just know that this man, he is the one for me. Don't demand, even if you are not wealthy, don't demand for her to pay 50-50. Just make that day a memorable, unforgettable day. It comes once, and then for the second time, you all can do things together and find other things to do. But for the first time, make it so beautiful so that she does not forget, because that is what she's going to remember the day you guys, if you make it to getting married, that's what she will remember. And it's a beautiful story to tell when a man looks after you from the beginning and they say, you know what, you're my queen today, you just gonna enjoy the ride. Whatever happens tomorrow, let it be. But today, you're my queen. And she says, you're my king, honey. I'm all yours. Just letting you to get to know her. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So I hope there's many out there who are still well cultured, who know how to sweep their woman off their feet, and they just, or even if a man cannot afford to take a woman out, because sometimes there are women who have money who can take men out, and maybe they say, okay, maybe you choose a restaurant and they say, oh, let's go to an expensive restaurant, I can pay. But still, your action has to make sure that she feels special still. Make her feel special, but words, just life is beautiful. God bless everyone. So if you want to connect with me, you can go to my website, www.hseia.com. If you're single and you're looking for love, and you can register, and once I receive your application form, I give you a call back, and then we discuss further what you're looking for and do the process. But if you just want a coaching, we have a system where you're just looking for love, or you want coaching, only coaching, find your own voice, lead from within. You can also sign up as well. There's a coaching page where you sign up, and we call you back and discuss there's a 30-day coaching for 30 days, and there is a 3 months one, and there is a boot camp. So then we can discuss based on your problems what's best for you in order for you to find your own voice and lead from within. Be the king that you want to be the king, the queen that you want to be. God bless everyone. Please continue praying for Carol Ann. She is still in the hospital. And I will see you on Monday. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And guys, those who just comes in and support me, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of goes to talk shows. And also on my website, you can buy my book is there. You can just buy your copy. Is all about science and religion, love based on science and religion. And it just is very, very interesting. It's a very interesting book. And life is all about how we design our destiny. And God bless.